Hi all, welcome back. Today we're going to be visiting Theodore, Todor, Glava, or also known as the Colorado Vampire. So today we're in the Lafayette Cemetery, and I'll be showing you guys the vampire grave. So Theodore, or Todor Glava, was an immigrant born in Transylvania, Romania, who came to Colorado in the early 1900s to work as a coal miner for Simpson Mine. The coal mines in Lafayette heavily recruited Eastern European immigrants to work at that time. His wife, Rose, stayed behind in Austria where they had resided, which was common for immigrants for the man to travel alone to establish work and housing first. As far as we know, Rose never made it to Lafayette. Todor died in December 1918, during the peak of the Spanish flu pandemic. He was described as a tall, thin, pale man with a black coat and dark hair. After his death, rumors started to spread that Todor was a vampire. Local stories suggest that the townspeople later dug up Todor's body and found his teeth were abnormally long, he had blood on and in his mouth, and his fingernails were long and didn't stop growing. They came to the conclusion that Todor must be awakening from the dead to feast on the blood of the people of Lafayette. So they staked his heart to make sure he would not come back to life again and reburied him. Now, there's no recorded evidence to prove this. And they say the tree growing on his plot supposedly sprouted from the stake in his heart, and that the nearby rose bushes that used to be here were from his fingernails still growing in the casket. So we are coming up to Todor's gravesite right now, and you can see that's a tree growing, supposedly from the stake in his heart. And here is his headstone. You can see it's very simple and hand carved. Here in Potter's Field, or what they call the poor section of the cemetery, he actually shares his grave with a fellow coal miner from the same Simpson mine, John Trandefer, also from Romania, who died on the same day from the Spanish flu as well. At the time, the death rate was overwhelming from the pandemic, so it was common to have a shared or mass grave. You can see on the right side here is Todor's side. You can vaguely see Todor Glava, born in Transylvania, which is spelled wrong. And on the left side here is John Trandefer. It says Romanian on the top there. And then in the middle here is just his died December 1918. So you can see this was just written very poorly and in a hurry. So I don't know if that was because of the pandemic or because these men were immigrants in the poor section. So you'll see too that there's lots of coins. There's some black roses. Someone left a hat and sunglasses over here. There's even a full fat tire beer here, so looks like people left him some treats from Halloween. So there's only a few records on Todor, his obituary and his draft registration card. He is more known after death. And it is said that his grave is still haunted today. So there have been sightings of a tall, thin, dark figure lingering around the headstone and walking around the cemetery. And paranormal investigations have reported cold temperature spots and voice recordings from the gravesite where it sounds like a man is referencing the stake. Both kids and adults like to dare each other to stand near or touch the grave. And often the Lafayette police, which is right down the street, have to come here and chase people away. So I'll show you a shot of another tree, of the same tree here that looks like it's growing from the stake in his heart. So what do you think? Do you think Todor was actually a vampire? Or is it just conspiracies and rumors because of how he looked and where he was born? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you at the next grave. Thanks.